It looks like this. 128, everybody? Okay. So we're going to talk about when things, it's weighted mean when it also, when you have things repeating, okay? So I'll say this, weighted mean can be used in another situation when there's repetition of entries. Watch this, the end result is the same as the arithmetic mean, but calculations may be easier. I will say this, faster. So let's say we arrange a data set and we get 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, another 4, so 6 4s, 7, 7, and then we're going to have 7 9s. What is he doing? 3, 6, another. So 7 of them. Let me circle them, maybe you'll see it better. Page 128. There are 6 4s, 2 7s, and there are 7 9s. Okay, so is there repetition here? Maybe. So the normal way, right, before we would do this. X is equal to 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 dot 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 divided by, how many numbers are there? 3, 10, 12. Do I count 17? Wait, 3 and 6, that's 9, 11, 18. Is it 18? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I'm thrown off because my key says 17. Yeah, we'll go with what you have in here. So divided by 18. And so if you add all this up, you can help me with that, right? Actually, yeah, we're gonna go. I get 110. Is that what we're getting? You just trust me. And so we get 6.11. Okay. I'm just double checking. Yeah, 110 divided by 18. We get 6.11. This is the faster way using weighted mean. We have, how many 3s do we have? 3 of them. Plus, we have 6 4s plus 2 7s plus 7 9s. And what would be divided by? How many numbers have we considered? 18. Still the same. Yeah, it's still the same. It's just a faster way. So then, right, you get 9 plus 24 plus 14. This is in a sense what you've already been doing. Okay, you've already been doing this. And so that's 110 divided by 18, which is 6.11. You get the same answer, right? But this is much faster. Because can you imagine having like a list of 100 numbers if you were to write them out? Okay. Well, if they're all different, then you're stuck. Then you're stuck. Yeah, you have to. Okay. So here we go. So this is just a simple example as to what is going to happen next. The first part isn't going to change. The second part, what we divide by, is going to change. It's not going to be 100 every time. Okay. Looks a little crooked, right? Am I writing? Now it's okay. Anyways, so let's see here. The table to the left shows the average number of hours studied per week. Calculate the average number of hours studied per week. In other words, the mean study time. So step number one, just do this, right? You multiply still. If you see a table and I'm asking to find some sort of average, Manji, pay attention, okay? Then you go 120 times 3 is 360. 4 times 280 is going to be 1120. 90 times 5 is going to be 450. And this is going to be 180. Yeah, you got it. So I allow you to do that if you want, but then somewhere, right? And the reason why I write down weighted mean is because of the method we're using, right? So it's 360 plus 1120 plus 450 plus 180 divided by, what are we going to divide by? Well, you need to do a little side note here. Write this down first before I talk about how to do the next. 18, well, let's figure it out. It's not correct. It's not 18. But it is a gamble, right? You already got 1 mark just by doing this. You get 1 mark for multiplying and actually another mark for adding. This is the 3rd mark right here. So watch what we went to this. Students times hours, correct? What do we want? What is our question asking us? The average number of hours you want. Okay? You want this to stay, correct? So what would you divide this by to get? You got to divide it by students. So that's what goes down here. And which one is, like, where would we get the students from? This column right here. Got to add them up. So we're going to add that up. So 120 and 280, that's 400, 490, right? 520. Is that? I'm going to put this down here like that, number of students. I'm going to put that down, but I will also, because this is our first and the only example so far, I'm going to go 120 plus 280 plus 90 plus 30, okay? And I'm going to make this a little colorful here. I'm going to take this, right, and put it there. And I divide it, right? I wanted to get rid of the students. I don't want to get rid of students, but in this example, we have to, right? And so you're left with the hours in this case. So you add up the top, that's 2,110. You divide it by what you get. The total number of students in this scenario is 520. Because remember, what is this table saying? You technically, if you were to write out all these numbers, you would have 120 students that said 3 hours, right? So 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 120 times. And then you would have 280 students that said they studied 4 hours. So 284 is written out. That's what this table is summarizing, right? It's putting it all together into just one nice little summary. So that's why we multiply first and foremost to get that. We add it up, and then you need to decide, am I going to divide by the hours or am I going to divide by the number of students? And so what do you get here? When you divide these two, you get 4.06 hours, which is not very surprising given that a big chunk of students did study 4. So it's just a little over that number, right? So this is the answer. Okay. I'm going to let you walk on your own now. So I'm going to let go of your hand. Oh, it's 5 minutes left. Before you go, before you pack, try this one right here. And I will give you the answer. You don't have to use 2 methods, okay? Don't worry about it. Just find the average number of tips. And here's the answer. Ready? This is what you should be getting as your final answer. 986 per tip.